for the actual lyrics already. I'm
Just stop.
Hey, Itty. Welcome. First of all, we're doing Pandæmonium raids, and essentially this place is where the people of Theris put their most dangerous creations, but ones that they either have a hard time destroying or deemed that they still had a use and didn't want to destroy. And this is the first circle. It's where the pandas are. Yeah, you can say that. I'll save them, I must. Appears that one of the warders we seek, but I'm afraid he's in no state to answer questions. Perhaps you could bring him to a census?
Okay, Twink.
Okay, you got it, Twink. Squad up. I can't pronounce that name. Oh, he's got La Habrea's mask on his head.
Oh my god, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, it's cool. Oh wait, I was fine. I was actually fine where I was.
And now the other side.
Ah, tricky mechanic. Oh, I like the classical music that's playing.
That's really nice.
I may turn everything up just so I can hear it. After this raid. Because this sounds really good. I mean in the Ascian way. This is an Ascian dungeon. We're in Elpis right now. Alright, I'm guessing it's blue, red, blue, red.
You want to be on the one that's opposite color?
Okay.
So you want to get hit by red next?
Okay.
Because you're blue.
You're blue now. Thanks, Undertale.
You're blue now. You want to get hit by blue next?
Mm-hmm. Cool. Somehow I got a Vaughn stack?
You messed up the first one, but
Oh.
because you didn't know.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I was counting that already. Good to know. Oh, I see.
So for this one, there are orbs floating around him. You need to not stand on that color, so you won't be on red right now.
Okay. Oh, God damn it.
And then now...
The robot threw me off.
And then he's going to combine that with the left and right cleave.
Mm.
So you just need to see what color, so you're going to be on red. And then on the side that he's not twirling this thing on.
I gotcha.
And now we want to be on the blue.
Mm-hmm. Neat. Cool fight. Simple. Simple and clean. That's the way that we like it.
Stand on red.
Ah, tricky this time. Okay. So I need blue. Then I need red. Oh wait, I can just stand here.
And then we're gonna need to get to the other side afterwards.
The other side, huh?
Right.
Oh, I was... Dang it! You threw me off!
No, sorry.
I was already standing in the right place. I'm Black Mage, you know? I don't want to move. I just plan it all out. They give you a lot post-game? They do. I think it's because I think they know people would just like drop the game otherwise.
Right.
So raid stuff gives them something to do.
Fantasy Star Online New Genesis.
Oh, shining cells.
It's just repeating mechanics.
Okay. So blue. Oh wait. There we go. I was trying to click someone that whole time, by the way.
You don't know Bisco?
Oh yeah. Meteor! From the heavens! Woo! Thanks, fellas. That was awesome.
You got it.
Unsung Helm of Asphodelis. What should I go for as gear goes?
Probably the accessories.
Accessories.
You just gave him all the
Yeah,
accessories.
I'm already good on accessories, so.
So you need 2 of the helmet, 2 of the gauntlet, and 2 of the greaves.
Alright, I'll go for helmet first then.
If you wanted the chest piece, you would need 4, which would mean you would need to get it on every single fight. So I would avoid the chest and the legs.
I'll go for the helmet then. Cool. I got 1! Woo! Hella nice. Alright, now I gotta do the next little bit. Talk to Themis. That was a thrilling display, and if I may be so vaunting, the warriors I spun from your Ethan fought even more splendidly than I anticipated. I suppose they were cut from an excellent cloth, after all. We should wait until this man regains his senses. He wears the robes of a warder. I would be very curious to know what drove him to attack us. What drove him to attack us sight unseen? Now you can see the story, Cotton.
We skimmed through.
God damn it. My friends. Please. Dorian, he stirs. What came over me? It's coming back to me. My mind was filled with a storm of desperation and anger. I leapt at you, and though I knew not your intentions, pray accept my apologies and my thanks. Had you not knocked some sense back into me, I may have fallen upon someone less capable of defending themselves. Smile. I can't pronounce that, a warder of Asphodelis, Pandæmonium's highest lair, and the place we are in now. One must wonder why you're so desperate to keep us out. What's happening in Pandæmonium? The creations interred within Asphodelis have been set free and stalk its halls to no end but violence. That is not good, to say the least. Has this ever happened before? No, never. Each layer of Pandæmonium is under the charge of a key ward who keeps strict control over the most minute aspects of their domain. Eric Thonius. Okay. They're selected with great care, and their loyalty to Master La Habrea is absolute. Yet something has gone terribly wrong. Try as we might to hold the line, the chaos within is overwhelming. I hardly realized that I had become separated from my colleagues. I remember a chorus of whispers assailing my senses. Afterwards, only flashes of rage and fury, and then blackness, from which I awoke to find that whatever had overcome me was gone. I see. Your senses may have been muddled by magics that affect the mind. Perhaps the selfsame ones that saw you separated from the other warders. Whatever had taken hold of me, I thank you for releasing me from its clutches. That you have come here from the surface must mean some word of our plight has reached the outside world. If you know anything that may help, pray tell. Chat, chat, chat. Talk, talk, talk. Horror among horrors, so Pandæmonium's protections are indeed being dismantled from within. Whoop. Okay. By the same individual or individuals that release its captives and set them upon you, no doubt. Such knowledge avails us little, however, we cannot ascertain their identity. Thinkies. Themis, was it? You said you worked for an organization under the auspices of the Convocation? Were they to receive word of what has transpired here? What measures would they take? Doubtless they would consider this place to be a lost cause. Pandæmonium's ties to the outside world would be severed, but perhaps it would be wiped from existence entirely. That's a little fucked up. As I thought, were the creatures to escape into the outside world, there would be untold carnage. Dory wants to fight so much, he'll time travel for it. Yes, that is an accurate statement, yes. The words of La Habrea would never... The words of La Habrea would never risk that, despite what value the research subjects may hold. All the more reason to work with haste. If we can't expect further help, then it falls upon me to save the others. I will not leave them behind. You would go alone? I won't leave the other warders to face certain doom. I know they fight for survival even now. They wouldn't abandon their duty. They would see the creatures return to their cells at all costs. And so I must do the same, Themis. I know the request I'm about to make of you is a monumental one, but please, say not a word of this to the Convocation until I've been given a chance to set things right. Forgive my rudeness. Eric Thonius. But my decision can't be swayed by emotion. You would only be consigning yourself to an early death. Strength of resolve alone cannot win in the face of overwhelming odds. Which is why Dorian's going in. That being said, our investigation has only just begun, and we would be remiss to turn back ere we've made an exhaustive survey. So, for the time being, there's slightly more than resolve to rely upon. The classic emote. I punched my hand. Heh, I knew you would be all too eager to join us. Yes, because Dorian loves to fight. Each moment since you fell from the skies has been more interesting than the last. More and more you remind me of my dear friend.
I need to move.
Okay, which goes some way toward encouraging me that this matter will yet reach a satisfactory conclusion. Nods. Smile. I think also the symbol of La Habrea is on the crystal on his waist, so you would agree to help? Yeah. For the moment, our goals align. The protective magics of Pandæmonium yet hold, so for the moment, time is in our favor. Let us proceed upon the course you and Dorian have set us upon. There we go. This guy came. Themis and Dorian, yes? Thank you. The warders owe you a great debt already. What will you do to make it up for me? We shall be glad to have someone familiar with Pandæmonium's halls by our side. A party of 3 is ever so much more entertaining than a pair of 2. It's also a better hand. Now, let us turn our attention up to rescuing your colleagues. Perhaps it would be wise to approach the gates, in case any have followed you out. Just keep casting despair. Just do... Oh. Wow, look at all this materia. I'll take that direct hit. Alright, I'll unlock the next one, and once Cotton gets back...
I'm here.
Well, oh, you're back. Once Cotton's back, right now... Alright, let me get through this stuff with Eric Thonius. Eric Thonius. And then I'll queue us up again. Not a sound can be heard within, which means neither creature nor warder has made it this far. We should begin forming a plan to save them at once. Forgive me if I misunderstand, but do you mean to rescue the warders and creations both? Yes. Naturally. Although they may be dangerous, they're valuable research subjects. I wouldn't see our labor, our untold hours of study, go to waste. I dare say La Habrea would smile to hear you say such a thing. That is, if we have cause to report this incident to him. Smile? I'm not sure his face is capable of such warmth. Ah, so you've met him before. I was under the impression he rarely visited Pandæmonium. I have, yes. My mentor was the previous head of this facility. That is to say, La Habrea's predecessor was in the position of Chief Keyward. Her name was Athena, and she was a researcher with the words. 'Twas she who appointed me to this position, in fact. I see. I did not know there was a chief keyword before La Habrea. Your motivation to save your research subjects is not entirely driven by duty to the words. You wish to also preserve the work of your mentor. You have the right of it. I am lacking in ideas about how to go about it. However, I am a mere warder and cannot wield internment magics. What was that chain slapping stuff you were doing? Yes, of course. I can hardly expect you to be versed in the magics we use here. If you recall, during a battle earlier, I bound you in ethereal shackles. Internment is a more refined and powerful magic based upon the same principles. While both are used to keep our subjects docile, only the keyword ward of each tier is permitted to use internment. Even if I were allowed, I lack the aptitude to use the spell to any notable effect. So, let's see. Eddie says, so La Habrea, unlike Hermes, was always cold. Laha cold, Hermes depressed, Emmett bitchy. This is the way of the 13. And then there's that Asm character. And there's that wise guy. Fascinating. I have some knowledge of these forms of spellcraft, actually. La Habrea himself established their foundation, if I recall. While the shackles are meant to bind an object in place for a short time, internment freezes the very space around it for as long as the caster wills. Indeed, while the illusionary beings you summoned in our fight suggest as much, I see your knowledge of magic is vast. Perhaps you've already mastered the art of internment, and I've been lecturing you like a child this whole time. I'm afraid my knowledge ends there. 1 second. I gotta double check something. I have not the precise understanding of how invocations interact with natural laws that would be needed to cast such spells with any consistency. While I considered myself well versed in various magics, it would be ill-advised to assume the duties of keyword and instruction. That being said, if I were to learn more of internment and its inner workings, perhaps... leave the fighting to me. You two can figure out the rest. That's a Dorian thing to say. I dare say we can do just that. One second. I'm just handling some work stuff real fast. Eric Thonius, you implied that what prevented you from performing internment magic was a lack of magical capacity. What if I supplemented your power with my own? Would the spell succeed then? I can't say for certain. I've never heard of such a thing being done before. One second. Alright. Oh, don't want to turn that on. I believe it would be our best recourse. That is, of course, assuming you can perform the initial rites and incantations flawlessly. Even the smallest misstep, and we would start over. You needn't worry about that. I've seen the spells cast so many times that the motions have been burned into my memory. I won't disappoint. Very well. Let us work out the specifics afterwards. Once we do, we can test out our methods on one of the escaped creatures, though I suppose it's the matter of finding one. Athena confirmed, though. Yes! Athena is confirmed. It would be foolish. It would be foolish. I'm sorry again. I'm getting a work message real fast. Alright, it would be foolish to rush in blindly. At least we find ourselves surrounded with naught but an untested stratagem at our disposal. Nay, I would prefer to engage a single creature that Dorian could dispatch on his own if the spell should go awry. I agree, and I may have an idea in that regard. I recall seeing the hippocampus wandering the waterways during my flight. Perhaps it is still there. Few of the subjects housed within Asphodelius are fond of water, and I believe we would be able to engage the beast without fear of unwanted guests. Then that shall be our first target. Or perhaps subject is a better term. Before we commence with internment magics, the creature should be weakened to a sufficient degree. I believe I can trust you with that task.
Catching a Pokemon.
Yeah, we're capturing Pokemon. As dependable as ever, once you've given it a thorough trouncing, we shall bind this hippocampus with keywords magic. Until then, my illusions shall fight by your side. Illusions. The hippocampus will be alone, but is a daunting opponent nonetheless. Its magic wards the environment around it, and it'll be at home amidst the waterways. Steel yourself for a fight. So we're fighting hippocampus. Hippocampus. Isn't that like a just straight up water horse?
Good thing.
It sounds like you're poaching.
No, it's not true. I'm not. I'm putting it back in jail. Oh, it is a wet horse. Yeah, it's a literal seahorse. Alright, second circle time. Let's go. Alright, everyone ready?
Want to finish this craft?
Yeah, sure. Finish your craft, Mac.
Crafting over here.
Cringe crafter.
I prefer
Raid
Velveeta.
day? No, crafting.
Crafting. What's up?
I prefer Velveeta.
Ah, Velveeta. Yes, Alexis prefers Velveeta,
That's
not
actually
craft.
a lie. I absolutely don't prefer Velveeta. I do prefer Craft.
It was just the joke, actually. Alexis prefers craft. That's
Yeah.
confirmed.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Velveeta is horrible.
Yep, everyone agrees. Velveeta bad.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's shaking hands. Yeah. Ready? Okay. Let's see what this wet horse. Oh my god.
Like this. This one like really picks up the speed.
Yeah.
That first one, Scott. That one was dragging its heels with interest. Man, this is where shit gets a little bit more feisty.
Now what you're telling me is that I may die during this fight.
Yeah.
No!
You may die, but I will say I certainly find this one far more interesting than the last one.
Alright, let's see what this one is. The World Unsundered. Asphodelos. The second circle. Alright, I see drainage grates. Okay. Oh, there's the wet horse. That looks wretched. I hate this. Why is there a Slav fucking Lalafell in our party? Just a Slav. What a strange wet horse. Is the horse creepy or wet? Both? Oh, I said I was gonna turn up the music. Well, if I die, I'll turn it up.
Oh, here we go. See where the head be pointing?
Yeah, I see that now. Alright, so the head's pointing, avoid it. Okay.
Same
Body
time.
doing like a big leaf too.
Ah, okay. I got everlasting flight. No wait, that's just a normal thing. That's just a phoenix thing.
That's just summoner doing summoner.
Ah, the sluices overflow.
A lot less space to move now.
Yes. Oh lord. Slorce. Oh, find a partner?
Mm-hmm.
Oh god damn it.
Just
Everyone ran away.
goes bad.
Rude.
Get close to that.
Ooh.
It's gonna be a knock.
I got it.
Just touching the water gives you a debuff.
Oh damn, that is hefty. Oh,
Severed head appears. Hey, you can't have two heads. That's illegal. You're not Orthoros. Oh, rude.
you done him for another giant AoE.
I love giant AoEs. It's my favorite. Ah, god damn it. That dude didn't move more.
The left side.
Alright.
Scotto, watch out.
Oh wait, left more?
I didn't. I
didn't see
couldn't.
the head point.
I couldn't click fast enough. Whatever reason, ethereal manipulation doesn't work with the macro. So I had to physically press somebody. Oh well.
This white mage just really doesn't want to swift cast res to you. Oh. Oh no.
Oh wait.
Oh. In the words of fucking Kurva, stop dying, fools!
I would say maybe I could go healer, but I think the next one.
Oh no!
We find a partner.
No, I'm good. I am strong. I am OP. I'm a strong independent healer who don't need no white mage. I really wish that this fucking summoner would help me.
Its head's gonna charge across the room.
Okay.
So stay away from that.
Stay away from the head. Got it. So no head?
We're gonna want to be knocked back onto this platform.
I am just gonna use Surecast.
Oh, I got dropsy anyway.
Oh, that's not fun.
Healer's a chance.
It's okay.
Jousting.
I didn't have too much.
Head's gonna dash across the room.
Huge Eruption sounds like it would be an AoE.
I don't like the sound of this damn horse.
doing it again.
Nice.
He has enough HP.
Yeah, that was good.
Good. And earthly stuff. I'll stack with you, Dan.
Oh.
I really wanted to. But I also really don't want to have to fucking do this twice.
Heals
I
adjust.
wonder- It's a tank stack, but what happens if everyone's stacked?
That's a good question. We should find out.
Let's try.
That's not.
Let's. You know what? I take it back. Let's not.
Try it again, we'll pick a different boss. Shinry.
There you go.
Yeah. Now,
Like a ranged DPS.
now people are fucking.
You're gonna want to scoot.
You want me to scoot? Okay. Yeah. Where am I looking at to avoid that attack?
Ahead.
All right. The thing is though is that there's two heads now.
No, just the body does one. The body does a big line through the middle, and the
Okay.
head does a side cleave.
Ah! I was so far away from that, by the way. I was turning the corner.
Heretics stupid. I'm just gonna stand here.
But yeah, so the body itself, when it faces a direction, it's like a big cleave. And then the head pointing to a different direction is a smaller cleave.
Gotcha. Need to avoid that.
Okay, it'll knock us out of the head, right?
Yeah.
That feel one?
This is scary. This thing gets to fucking 5% and nobody's limit break. Scott.
Oh, you want me? You want me to drop the button? I'll do it right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing's low enough.
Oh,
Well, make sure
Alright,
you're
hold
safe,
up. Yeah,
actually.
yeah. I'm gonna wait. Oh, fuck me! God damn it. You say move a little too late.
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna be a little selfish right now, and yeah.
That's okay.
Figure the ninja's actually pressing it.
Yeah. I didn't see where the head was at. I didn't know it was away.
Yeah, that had be sneaky.
Yeah, you see a head on his head, and then you're like, oh, he has it.
He has it. Now, turns out, actually, I have no need for this loose horse. Hey, we did it!
Go.
Woo!
Gonna
Thanks,
honor
fellas.
The ninja and not that healer because they did nothing.
Only died twice that fight. Because that sneaky fucking head.
Yeah. No, I said this fight fucking. That first one is baby compared to everything else in there.
The other healer's name's kind of weird.
No grenades. It is kind of odd.
Sweet! Alright, I'm gonna tap in the helmet. Hey, I got it. I can only get one per, right? Yeah.
One per week.
Okay. So I should go for, not legs, but the chouses next?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Should I turn in the helmet now?
You could if you want, but I don't think you're gonna need it.
Okay.
I'll turn in when we're done with Panda.
Okay. I got you. I knew that you were no mere mercenary, but to make such clean work of Hippocampus. Seasoned fighters scarcely have an occasion to visit Pandemonium, let alone display their skills. Mastery takes all forms indeed. Needless to say, our plan worked to perfection, in no small part thanks to you two. Themis' power was more than enough to complete the attunement. Spellcasting was never my strong suit, but that made me feel like a proper magos. Truly? Having seen your abilities firsthand in your fight with Dorian, I beg to disagree. Are people gonna ship these two? I feel like it's there. Shakkus is one exception, and 'tis only because I've been forced to practice it since I was but a small child. Other magics leave me feeling completely out of my depth. Regardless, it seems luck is on my side to guide me to you. We may prove that the impossible is possible after all. Give me that critical hit. Sweet. Themis, Fires of Creation. Is Hephaestus up ahead? While our success in sealing away a Hippocampus is certainly heartening, the fact we have yet to see any other warders concerns me. The keyword of Asphodelis is nothing if not cautious. Doubtless he has gathered what warders he could and retreated to a safe area. Let us hope so. It occurs to me that I know little of the keywords besides their magical prowess. Is there aught more you can share? Okay, alright there, villainous. Mr. Villain, that with that facial hair there, come on. Come on, anyway.
Dracula.
Dracula! God, he does look like Dracul.
Yeah, he does.
God.
What is a man but a miserable pile?
What is a man? Nothing but a miserable little pile of secrets. A man...
What is a man but a miserable pile of lions?
Lions. A man named Hesperos is in charge of Asphodelos. Delos. Not only does he have a thorough knowledge of the creatures here, he also takes pains to be a mentor to each of the warders under his charge. He has done much to ensure I flourished here, in spite of my ineptitude at magic. And I've always known him to be the sort of man who faces difficult decisions with unwavering composure. Furthermore, keywords are not only masters of internment, they also can bend the hallways of Pandemonium to their will with creation magics. With all this in mind, I'm certain that so long as Hesperos guides them, the other warders are safe. I can see why absolute control over the environs is imperative. Had we faced the Hippocampus upon Aran sands instead of waterways, I suspect the battle would have ended much more quickly. In any case, if this Hesperos is as capable and caring as you say, we would do well to seek him out as soon as we can. He has like as not taken your colleagues to a secure location. Safest place would be the innermost circle of Asphodelos. From there, they could flee the Abyssos if hard-pressed. Even should they have sought safe hankdom within other circles, if we make for the fourth, we ought to encounter them on the way. Indeed, and we shall gain a comprehensive understanding of the situation within Asphodelos, which will be essential in determining whether we ought to continue down to Abyssos. The rub, of course, is that I myself possess no power to bend the circles to my will. Instead, we must proceed through the central corridor, which was barred by the Phoenix. Last I checked, it's called a Phoenix. I'm gonna call it Phoenix.
Phoenix.
NFT Phoenix. Beyond unquenchable brilliance, the perfect concept boasts nigh boundless restorative powers, if I recall. Truly an exemplary feat of creation magics. Perfection is ever built on the back of failure, however, and La Habrea suffered countless missteps during his experiments. Squints. And he was hardly the only one. The Phoenix will be one of many attempts at the concept gone awry. Aye, far from invoking wonder, our Phoenix is a creature of fury and wrath, and seeks only to turn the world to ash. Thus it was confined within Pandæmonium. Development of the concept continued elsewhere, but as moons turned, more and more researchers abandoned the project as an impossibility, save for La Habrea and his words. When I received word that at long last La Habrea had succeeded where so many others failed, I was nearly overcome. Pray tell, how do the warders of Pandæmonium celebrate their master's accomplishment? We didn't. I don't believe we did. The research of the words of La Habrea has little consequence to our work here, save for those rare times it charges us with a new specimen. Truth be told, I don't remember anyone making note of the occasion. But enough reminiscing. We must make ready to confront the Phoenix. While it's possible it flew to some other wing of Pandæmonium, we would need to make that assumption at our own peril. Better to assume that we will need to bring Asphodelios' most unruly subject to heel. I see no reason to delay. The Phoenix's power over flame will avail it far less in a barren corridor than elsewhere, so it may serve us to subdue it sooner rather than later.
The Phoenix.
The
That thing's a bastard.
Yeah? What makes it so bastardous?
It has a few mechanics where, like, if half the party doesn't know what they're doing, it's just instant wipe.
Dies instantly. Cries instantly.
It's like,
Oh, there's the Phoenix. Holy shit, it's Dracula!
No, I have brought the Phoenix for you to fight.
Thanks, Dracula.
One Phoenix.
What? Just fucking left instantly. It seems whoever's in charge of this can alter the space around us. We face an uphill battle. Impossible. If those creation magics at work, that means... Let's confront that reality after we've conquered the enemy in front of us. Every drop of our focus shall be required if we are to enter the Phoenix. The Phoenix, even. The third circle is now accessible.
Pog.
Pog? Pog?
Let me switch back to Astro. See, can we talk about the dark fire mechanic before going in, since that's just like
Yeah.
the
Sure.
easiest one to completely fuck?
Tell me.
Multiple times during the fight, he's going to spawn 4 dark fire ads, which sit perfectly still.
Hmm?
Don't attack them, but if you get like a marker circle on yourself,
Walk into him?
yeah, essentially you want the marker to cover one of the circles. Each of the fires needs to have one of the fucking markers on them, otherwise the fire will be destroyed by the marker, and it'll kill us.
Okay. That sounds good.
It's pretty straightforward.
Gotcha! Let's...
And then the mechanic that's kind of tough. Do you remember what it's called?
We're talking about the tank? mechanic?
Experimental.
Oh, experimental fire plume.
Yeah, so experimental fire plume it has the same name, but it's two different mechanics. If it uses that move and you see a gigantic fireball, get out of the middle, like way out of the middle.
Yeah.
Like to the edge of the arena.
Yeah.
And if you see like a ton of little fireballs instead, then you need to stay in the middle and wait for an explosion to happen on the outside and then move outside.
Okay.
It's a bit fiddly, the explosions on the outside. It's a bit like Shiva's diamond.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
falling icicles thing.
You just wait for like the fire to explode out and then move into the safe spot.
Okay.
This one's probably the hardest of the normal ones, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Gotcha.
But you already know the two hardest mechanics in there.
All right.
And, well, I mean, if you were a tank, then we could tell you the other hardest mechanic, but like, you're not a tank, so which means that the random tank, if they're new, has a great chance to completely fuck us over. Oh, that's reassuring.
Cool bird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, fucked up bird.
Yep.
Here's the experimental fire plume. It's
Wait
in the
for-
middle and then
Yeah,
no.
wait for those to explode and then move into it. No.
Yep.
All right, that's simple.
This'll
And then
probably
this
be
one
the
should
other
be
one.
straight.
Yeah, all the way out. Look at this person. Their name is almost LaCroix.
Gross.
There's only supposed to be one Frenchman here.
Is this going to kill LaCroix? Yep, it is.
Goodbye,
Not even
LaCroix.
this hard of a fight.
I mean, I would have healed them, but like, I didn't feel like it. Hey, Sage, press your buttons. No? I'll do it. Because I am Astro and I have infinite mana.
Oh, Darkened Fire.
Is this the... Oh yeah, this is the Dark and Fire ads. We need to make sure that each one of them gets hit by one of the AoE markers.
Oh,
You might not
I got
get
one.
them.
I got one. God damn it.
Take it to the other one. Okay, yeah. No,
Which one? Which one was
I didn't
not?
have anybody.
I kept seeing people walk around mine. No, we got it.
I think you can hit two of them because I think that other person...
Yeah.
It's just a clusterfuck.
Yeah, there was.
Go on itself side.
Okay.
I'll you take care of that too. Trying to tell you what to do with latency, fucking everything over. Take a wild guess what this is gonna do.
Charge.
I've never seen this before.
This mechanic is so strange to me.
It's gonna be that.
Oh, I don't like that.
Ads? Okay, I can kill ads.
This is the please don't be stupid tanks mechanic. These ads need to be kept very far away from each other.
Or else they heal each other?
No, or else we die.
Ah, I don't like that.
And here's the kicker. There are two more ads that need to be kept away from the corpses too.
Ah, okay.
Not that tank's good.
Okay, yeah, the other tank's on top of it. That's good.
Hey, what's up, Chris? We're just doing Panda with for the first time.
Oh, okay. I'll try to get on.
He's streaming it for one watch.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
I can only turn on my night vision.
5,000-year-long cast time.
Go on, Fluff.
Sides? Alright. Oh, wrong side. I thought that robot beside me was a person.
This one will spawn little guys and they do a big cone in front of them, so you need to stand behind them in order that they're kind of spawning.
This is the fuck you activation mechanic.
Oh yeah.
Around like counterclockwise.
Like the ad phasing towers.
I'm not gonna. Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Reaper down.
I'm still waiting for that call to go in and get my my base. Yeah, I called earlier, like at noon my time today. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna start it as soon as I'm done with this first one. So now I'm literally just waiting, and I'm hoping it's not like he calls me at like, you know, 5:15, and I don't have enough time to even get there before they close.
Thank God I moved. Jesus Christ. Oh, this is.
Those dark ads are gonna spawn, so we need one person.
I think we got a bit. It's the next time he does it. He does the big magma cross twice, and the second time is when he brings out the dark fires again.
Oh, experimental.
Watch him. Oh wait, no, that's char flame, not fire flame.
This is fire one, so we need to watch to see.
Wow, it was no Q.
And then wait
Middle
for
of
that.
I got hit anyway. Cool.
Oh, dang it, that this is nice. Thanks, Scott.
Jesus Christ.
The little cone ad signature.
Okay.
Clockwise. Get out.
Okay.
Alright, here we go. Now there'll be dark fires once this is out. That'll be a little bit scary.
I'm annoyed that I can't keep it last one century.
Alright, I don't have one now, this time.
Yeah.
I think we got this.
After this, it pretty much just repeats the mechanics.
Okay.
We've seen everything.
Oh, it's right.
Expandable char plume.
Experimental flare plume.
One, middle.
Okay.
And wait for outside to explode.
Oh, I fucked up. I got confused.
Yeah, I did too on my first time.
Because suddenly everyone was moving the opposite side. I was like, did I do something wrong? No. No.
Oh, come back, my earthly star damage.
It's a very cool, fucked up looking bird. I agree, Eddie.
The little coneheads.
Man, I'm excited for Mav.
Me too. Did you see the glam? It's a cape.
Fuck! Oh no!
Experiments will watch.
Do you, I'll try to find a picture.
I'll link it to you once again if you can't find a picture.
Cool.
It's called, I think, the Cape of Happiness or something.
Cape of Happiness. Okay, what the fuck?
Crafted from happiness cloth.
Holy shit.
Don't forget to drink your happiness juice when you wear it. I can't believe lawbirds are the cure to depression.
I can't believe Lawfritz invented ecstasy.
We did it!
Alright, go ahead and throw me a picture, because I'm not immediately finding it.
Yeah. Let's, roll
We
on
just gotta
this.
get out of here.
Woo, we did it!
Just grabbing random shit now, I don't know why.
Oh, might as well.
Onto that tank for being smart.
Damn, this really is Cape Walker.
Come on, let me out. Fucking roll on your loot, everybody.
Hey, I'm watching the cutscene. I also gotta turn some folks down.
Oh yeah, you got. Okay, they really want the helmet. I'll pass them.
Chassis, right?
Yep.
Alright.
I don't think there are any chassis here though.
I'm looking at the chassis of Asphodelius.
Okay.
Maybe it's in the patch notes.
Sure, I dyed it. Oh, it is on the patch notes, but I'm gonna show you the picture anyways.
Oh, okay, cool, thank you. That's just faster.
Alright. I'm gonna turn.
I read they slightly nerfed Reaper. Okay.
Yeah.
Not a surprise there.
They didn't exactly nerf it. They more of were just like. They just mainly just looked at it mainly. Like, they did
Well, they threw reduced potencies up like slightly, so that's nice of them.
they nerfed like its healing from its shield thingy.
Their
That's what
potency
they nerfed.
for press of time reduced from 100 to 50. Oh no, they're so fucked. What the?
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Apparently, fucking like. Apparently, I've heard that the situation with tanks is completely shattered. Like, Dark Knight is just too fucking strong right now. There's no reason to use Paladin because his DPS is just pitiful.
That's extremely sad. Also, that's a. Okay, I wouldn't need it. You have
I'm gonna mute myself temporarily.
Ethan?
As you've told us, there's but one person in Asphodelios with the ability and authority to wield such magics. Though, unfortunately, it appears he has saved us the trouble of finding him. A contemptible display, as benefits an inferior specimen. Even so, I expected to at least delay your advance. Imagine my surprise when I saw the chains of internment drag the Phoenix back to its cage. Either the bird is even more of a failure than its creators care to admit, or you are no mean trespassers. I'd hoped that our suspicions were misplaced, but alas. Keyword Hesperos, why? Why have you brought such chaos to your beloved Pandemonium? Pandemonium, pitiless pitiless, impenetrable, and utterly steadfast, unlike those charged with its keeping. What has possessed you? I don't understand. Oh, Erechthonius, you must pester me with these inane questions? Think for yourself. Surely you must muster a theory or two with that dim wit of yours. Then again, you've never been one for insight. Why Master La Habrea suffers your mediocrity, I shall never understand. You may look like him, but you're not the Hesperos I know. Something has warped you, too, from the inside out. The keyword I knew had compassion for all those under his charge, be they clad in robes or shackled in chains. Was that all a farce? Did you hide your contempt for us all these years? Those who are content to merely glimpse at the water's surface are doomed to be dragged into its depths. You prove my opinion of you with every word. My mind is clearer than it ever has been. Even now, seeing you feebly grasp for answers makes the bile rise in my throat. Such wasted potential, to be son to Master La Habrea, yet no more skilled with magic than a newborn babe. Oh. That's his son. Of course, it's always about La Habrea. Silence! You are not worthy to utter his name. For once be grateful to witness a feat beyond your meager abilities, beyond your shallow reckoning. I have slipped the surely bounds of mortality. I've become one with our mythic creations and rid myself of imperfections. I stand upon the threshold of godhood. As Hemetheos shall I serve Master La Habrea, ever faithful until the end of days. And he shall require no other. Oh, hell yeah. Are you so blinded by arrogance that you've lost sight of what it means to serve? Erechthonius is more capable than you ever could know. You could ever know. There we go. It was thanks to his instruction I was able to master the art of internment, both how to wield it and how to break free of it. Dorian, let us quit this place. Whatever poison has corrupted Hesperos' mind, it is plain that his power far eclipses our own. We must have time to gather our strength. Weaklings though they may be, it takes a singular aptitude to master internment so quickly. Say nothing of how swiftly that familiar laid low the Phoenix. Regardless, their noble aims will be their undoing. Where they fritter away their strength in calming the beasts of Asphodelos, I continue my work. Even should they survive long enough to reach the heart of my domain, naught shall await them but doom. I eagerly await your arrival, Erechthonius. Even dullards have their uses. Let's see. My darkest suspicions have been realized. We face the keyword of Asphodelos himself. More than that revelation, however, Erechthonius worries me. He loved Hesperos for his compassion, but received naught but scorn from whatever the keyword has become. He has said little since our return. I only hope that the shock of recent events does not prove to be a death keel for his resolve. Who wards the warders? Much as I am to loathe Erechthonius so soon after what just occurred, I'm afraid circumstances do not force the luxury of time. Perhaps it will do well to speak about recent events concerning both the Key Ward and his father. The creation of the ward, which surrounds Pandæmonium, was an astounding feat of magical prowess, a feat accomplished by none other than La Habrea. That both my father and I can bind others in chains is perhaps the only thing we have in common. Ah, so it is true. I am La Habrea's son, bereft of his talent for magics or his brilliant mind, but a son nonetheless. Surely this doesn't come entirely as a surprise to you. Nay, I had an inkling when you said you had pressed his ethereal shackles since childhood. Assuming you hadn't been employed here quite that long, it would indicate some long-held connection with La Habrea. 'Twas La Habrea who taught me to cast ethereal shackles, but that was it. My further education was overseen by the words of La Habrea, more specifically my mother, who was a researcher there. You speak of Athena, chief key ward before La Habrea. She is your mother, yes? Wow, what a complicated situation this has become. How astute. I can see now why you were chosen to lead this investigation. Yikes. So La Habrea replaced Athena, which is his wife, which essentially meant that her duty was done and she went off to die. Oof. You have the right of it. Athena was my mother, and it was she who invited me to join her here. La Habrea had nothing to do with it. I see there's a little love lost between you two. What I cannot see is why La Habrea was appointed chief key ward when another was already in place. Was in place. My mother is no longer with us. And La Habrea was all too eager to assume her responsibilities with nary a moment spare to mourn her. What love do I owe him now, when he offered not a drop of compassion then? Ah, I see. She is no longer with us, an expression to convey the end of a life. I have known only the public face of La Habrea, while he is lauded for his ability to maintain composure in the face of unnerving circumstances. I must admit that oft he comes across as cold. Apologies, but can we speak of something else? This topic isn't an easy one for me to discuss. Of course, there are more pressing matters at hand, after all, namely how to deal with Hesperos. We have yet to see the other warders. Judging by what we know, we can surmise that Hesperos has confined them somewhere beyond our grasp. And now that he is aware of our presence, he will be preparing for our next encounter. We cannot expect to face him on equal footing, quite the opposite in fact. Every moment we spend chasing after creations is another moment Hesperos can contrive another advantage for himself. The wisest course of action would be to find him first and foremost. He said that he has become one with the creations. Perhaps that means he is vulnerable to internment? Ooh. In theory, that should be possible. However, isn't enough merely to confine him, after all he has done? I need to know why. I need to know what drove him to forsake everything he worked for. Was it all so truly he could serve his master? And to my mind, he's merely put La Habrea's own work at risk in trade for some nebulous power. La Habrea is the chief keyword of Pandæmonium. Why would throwing it into disarray win his favor? It doesn't make any sense. I share your curiosity, but we must consider that our enemy has us at disadvantage in every sense. What do you think? Should we seek him to put him in fetters, or would it be too dangerous to allow him quarter? If you fail to confine him, I can always strike him down. Daring as ever, I see. I know not what trials you have faced in your past, but I see you so certain. But to see you so certain is all I need. The convincing, But to see you so certain is all the convincing I need. Very well. Let us try Erchthonius' plan. Thank you, Dory. I believe I can shed some light on the nature of our foe. When Hesperos spoke with us, I noticed he bore the telltale fangs of Vicolakas, a beast which feeds off the aether of its prey. Likely that is the creation Hesperos merged his essence with. And we know all too well that he can change environment around himself at will. This battle will not be an easy one, but I believe in our victory. Let's go. Hey, fourth circle is now unlocked. All right. I'm back. So, I don't know who saw, but the fact that La Habrea had a son and also a wife that he replaced. La Habrea Fox? Question mark? Thread locked after 50,000 replies. Wow. It's impressive. Good for him? Question mark? Alright, I almost have enough tomestones of aphorism to get the hides. So, anyone else want to hop into the raid?
Yeah, that's good. Chris, you here?
Alright.
We're gonna do P4.
P4.
Gonna have done.
Let me... I'm pretty sure I have you on my friend list, right? Yeah, Kyoko? Yeah. Yeah. Invite sent. Woo! Alright. Let me open up Duty Finder and let's get rocking to the fourth circle. Let's go!
This fight is so good.
Scott!
What?
Vengeance is 6 costs now.
That's cheap. That's pretty good. Alright.
I mean, it's here I heard his voice.
Hence Alteroid and fucking Evil Crime.
Yeah.
Alright. Boss fight time. Alright. I turned it up a little bit. I turned all of you down a little bit. Let's take a listen to this fat beat. Puts away his glasses like a G.
I like those Mega Man spikes.
I do. Oh, instant death, huh? Okay. Dracula time.
Proximity attack. in front of you. These are the same mechanics except for the poison. The poison is just spread. So knockbacks on the center. Spread away from the enemies. And get rid of
Something it's not mine. Okay. But staying in the one that's mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not yours. Need to go near north. Yeah. Sword is the front one, cape will be a knockback. So go west, then you're gonna get knockback.
Hey, look! Landed right back in my circle.
Go west,
Oh, come on. Nonsense, I say.
these forks each other to you, and you need to take someone else's that's not your one.
That's not my rule. Okay.
And don't take more than 2.
Oh, God damn it. I'm trying to drag the tank into touching it. But literally, the tank keeps fucking avoiding it.
No, we just had asshole. You had asshole tank out there. You got.
I would have taken it, but if I took one more,
It's okay. I don't blame you.
spread.
Spread.
Meet up together.
Whoops. Oh, that didn't actually count.
And then go east.
There we go. Give me the orb! There we go.
Go west.
Okay. I'm helpful. Save someone's life. We did it!
I don't have AC for it.
I didn't either. I felt pretty good about that one.
Nice job, fellas. Thank you. Did I die?
No.
Oh! I don't think I died.
You died once because of the.
Oh, it was the tank! It was the tank!
You died, but it wasn't your fault because no one took it. Yeah.
Alright. Let's see if I get either one of these. Hey, I got the chassis. Now give me the bet. I didn't get the bet. Damn it! I'm not uploading that tank though. Fuck them. Trip down a hole. Alright, cutscene time, I'm guessing. I'll be right back. Now, Themis, we end this here. Seals Dracula. Fools, I will not be put in chains. To think I would fall before one such as you. Perhaps I should have treated you as more than a mere nuisance. Despite your victory, you shall never have the knowledge you seek. The secrets of my transformation, the secrets of my deception, they shall return to the star with me. You were wasting your breath, Hesperos. We have the upper hand now. Surely you can see that. Yes, yes, my repertoire is not exhausted yet, however. Though I have failed, my end shall be on my terms. I will remain loyal to my very last. Come what may, I die with dignity. Well, that was fucking weird. How did your ambition lead you so astray, Hesperos? You were better than that. Your star shone more brightly than any other in Pandæmonium. You had Lahabre's respect, his trust. What more did you seek? That you would forsake all that and sully your legacy besides. Strange, that. He became so blinded by his own desires that he lost sight of his duty. In the end, he lost everything, and his plans lie in tatters. I failed to see any dignity in that. Even so, I would like to know why he chose this path. Hesperos' infatuation with your father was his undoing. Perhaps he was jealous that fate had chosen you and not him to be Lahabre's son. So terrible did his jealousy become that he sought Votin power that Lahabre would have been unable to ignore. How does a pursuit for respect warps one's heart so? How does infatuation with one person turn to contempt for everyone else's? I've never heard of such a thing. It happens, but doesn't mean that it's right. I see. I admit I cannot but find it vexing, but perhaps that signifies not but my own capacity for bitterness. I do understand what it is to have a beacon to follow in dark times, a person you trust to guide you true, how it is to desperately wish their light would fall upon you again. But we have spent enough time assuming the intentions of the departed. There are the living to consider. You must find the other warders and round up the remaining creations forthwith. Of that, at least, we can be certain. Nods, smiles. I believe I can be of help in that matter. The influence of Hesperos' magic is fading throughout Asphodelos. Now is the perfect opportunity to seize control of the facilities and restore things to their original state. Seize control? Can you really do that? Old Themis. What? What is this presence? Erechthonius. What lies beyond that threshold? That's the passage that connects Asphodelos to Abyssos. Why? Be on your guard, you two. Now that Asphodelos is free of obstructions, I can more easily sense disturbances in the lower levels. Something stirs in Abyssos. A hoarding sigil? How? Let us return to the gates for now. I should like to appraise the situation from there. Needless to say, our investigation is far from over. Alright, Themis, chat with me. Although we have defeated Hesperos, it appears we have just scratched the surface of Pandæmonium's troubles. My head's still swimming with questions, but could this mean that Hesperos wasn't actually behind this? There's a stark possibility, yes. The root of this crisis may lie somewhere much deeper than even Abyssos. When we first encountered you, you said the memories of your escape were vague and your senses were muddled. I believe this is more than just the result of a panicked mind. You were made to feel this way by a powerful magical influence. It is possible that the same magic could have poisoned Hesperos' heart, twisting his affection for La Habrea into burning obsession. Then, in his altered state, he was made an offer of power he could not refuse. What, are you suggesting that someone else turned Hesperos into that thing? If so, it stands to reason they wouldn't stop at him. Indeed, our mysterious mastermind does not lack for his subjects, for his experiments, for more potential hemathioi? I don't know how to pronounce that word. I've never seen that before. Even Dorian's surprised upon seeing that word. If what you're saying is true, then my colleagues, they're doomed to share the same fate of Hesperos. Do not lose heart yet, Erechthonius. Hesperos challenged us alone, and it tells me that the process of creation was a long and a taxing one. If he was the first Hemotheos, or Hemothei, okay, I get it, Hemotheos, then the rest of the orders are likely still alive. However, as much as I would like to hasten deeper into Pandæmonium, the way forward is sealed off. We must focus our efforts on finding a way through. With creation still having free reign of Asphodelos, that won't be easy. On the contrary, I yet retain control of these circles and can wield internment magic within their halls at will. The creatures will pose no threat to us. Just like that, then there's nothing stopping us to returning order to Asphodelos. Woo! Just so. I shall require your expertise to keep the peace after the subjects have been returned to their confinement, however. You are Asphodelos' sole remaining warder, after all. Truth be told, I did not expect this investigation to become so involved. Of course, I would like to resolve matters here without resorting to outside help, but... Do you mean to send a report to La Habrea? 'Tis too soon to say. Let us find a way into Abyssos. It would be best to withhold our judgment until we ascertain the whereabouts of the other warders and the identity of the party responsible for their disappearance. Agreed. Even if it means saving even a single life within the Pandæmonium, then I am not above asking La Habrea for help, should it come to that. Woo. Recent discoveries certainly paint Hesperos' actions in a new light. The number of unknown elements in this investigation grows, and we must proceed forward with the utmost caution. To that end, Erechthonius and I shall remain here for the time being. Much as I enjoy your company, I do not believe that we shall be needing protection so long as we remain in Asphodelos. You should take this time to rest. Surely you are weary, and there may be more battles ahead of us. Themis' burden may grow heavier in your absence, but he has shown that he is more than capable to bear it. Still, I would help wherever so I am able. All we've achieved so far has been thanks to you two, and I mean to repay the debt I owe. I do not know what use I shall be outside of placating the creatures, but I shall find a way. Plactating? Yeah. Placiating? Scott, I had too cozy disease, and I missed everything before this conversation. Oh no. Itty, you missed a lot of hype. Nonsense, you owe us nothing. It was thanks to your knowledge of magics which govern this place that we were able to come this far. Elsewise, we would have likely succumbed to the hippocampus' assault. We fought Dracula. Each of us has arrived at this dire pass by separate paths, but it is only by combining our respective expertise that we shall reach the end of it and see Pandæmonium saved. Thank you, Themis. Hesperos' words seem to have affected me more than I realize. Together we've come this far, and together we shall reach the end. I have no doubt we will. Even so, let's allow Dorian's rest. Besides, you have someone awaiting a report on your progress. Yes, I dare say your story will be much more than they've ever imagined. Woo. Speak at Claudin. Oh. Hey. Iddy's waking up. Shakes Iddy. You said you guys are gonna start at like 9 doing the treasure hunt stuff, right?
Yeah, we'll probably do roulettes like now.
Okay, 1 second. Let me turn in this quest and then unlock Savage, and then I can do some roulette stuff.
Yeah, you're right. What are they on? What's it called?
That's 56K?
56K?
Yeah.
So there's... Oh, 1 second. I'm gonna mute myself again for this story bit. I'll be right back. There's evil afoot in Pandæmonium. Already an ominous place, I must say. Mythical beasts and missing warders. Truly, we are fortunate to see you return to us in one piece. It appears the voice Dorian heard from the crystal spoke the truth. As for who left it behind and why, those are questions yet unanswered. Indeed. It can be someone who lived among the ancients, or it could be someone trying to avert a tragedy from the future. Much remains shrouded in mystery. Yet ilm by ilm, we shall unveil that mystery with the help of Dorian, of course. By his actions was the fabric of the past reshaped, yet he returns to the same present he left. which can mean only one thing, that his intervention in Pandemonium's crisis is but one of the countless building blocks of history upon which our present has been built. There's no telling what consequences would arise if we were to stop pursuing this matter now. Whatever plot is unraveling. Whatever plot is unraveling within Pandemonium, we must not let it reach its conclusion. If one of those creatures should escape, what ripples would carry forth to the future? It may wreak havoc upon the world of the ancients, and their despair would leave an indelible mark upon history's pages. That despair would feed the terrible beast that arose during the final days. The first final days already had a drastic effect on the eons that followed. If the scars that left were made even deeper, we risk losing our present entirely. Whatever the cost, our connection with the future of Elpis must be preserved. I know that I've asked much of you already, but can I count on you to continue your work in Pandemonium? Tireless efforts are much appreciated. If there is aught we can do to ease your burden, you need only say the word. Speaking of which, might you return the crystal into our keeping? While we cannot accompany you to the past, perhaps something can be gained by researching it further. It shines just as splendidly as the day we met. We shall begin work right away, but I cannot promise any meaningful results in the meantime. As matters in Elpis seem to be in a similar state, I must ask you to rest. Before that, allow me to make an introduction. As the research moves into its critical stage, I find it only suitable to recruit another assistant. Malenia is an expert in armaments from throughout history, be they from the far-flung past or made in the most modern forges. Should you find aught of interest in your journey, bring it here and she will be glad to offer her services. We know researchers in numerous fields would love to get their hands on artifacts from bygone eras and would give you goods in return that should aid you in trials ahead. Furthermore, if you wish to peruse the records of events you have reported here, Nemijiji has been taking faithful and thorough notes. She is at your complete disposal. Courtesy. I sense that we have embarked upon something monumental, something that will dwarf all of us. Something that will dwarf all else I have accomplished in my many years of research. I can think of no greater honor nor reassurance than to have your capable assistance in this endeavor. If there's anything to be found that will contribute to your success, we shall find it. We shall not rest until we have unlocked the mysteries of this crystal, and you shall be the first to know when we do. And all right, the GG recount the tales of Asphodelos. Professor Claudin has asked me to write detailed records of your investigation. If you wouldn't mind staying for a while, I would like to ask you to tell me more of your adventures in the past. Adventures that started with this mysterious crystal, seemingly containing a message declaring a crisis in this pandemonium. Of course, Professor Claudin will eventually make a report, but we are deficient on concrete facts at the present. To that end, I suppose a comprehensive catalog of the beasts you've encountered in Asphodelos' circles would make a fine starting point. Yes, I require every gory detail, every hair-raising description. Anyway, Gigi, I've brought the volumes you've asked for, but are you quite certain we need all of this just to research the crystals? So Forbidden Animal Jail is somewhat more secure now. Yes. Some of these habitats of aquatic life forms and myths and folklore of the phoenix, for example, seem to have little bearing on the subject. In fact, many of these tomes seem to be related to the creatures of Pandæmonium Dorian spoke of. Surely we have better things to do with our time. Dorian has already countered and subdued them, so what use could further insight offer? On the contrary, Rusinod, we would be remiss in our duty as academics not to take every opportunity to learn more of these subjects, to view the creatures of bygone times through the lenses of modern science is a dream so few have the chance to achieve. Of course, I'll not deny a personal interest in the matter. As I thought, while there were enough relevant tomes for me to fulfill your request this time, if you wish to sate your appetite for knowledge again, might you do so on your own time? Ahem. Shall we proceed? Tell me everything you remember, and please spare not a single detail. I don't easily frighten you, may be assured. We shall start with your battle with this transformed warder, Ericthonius, was it? I'd like to hear of the keyword and the nature of his metamorphosis. Good, good. Thank you for this priceless information. Well, I'm disappointed I couldn't behold your foes with my own eyes. Your stories have given me more than enough to write sufficiently thorough descriptions. Perhaps we shall also include basic theories concerning the growth and behavior of these creatures. It would give our little catalog some flavor, wouldn't you agree? We could start with, I have it. Aquatic life forms in our time have been observed to grow to sizes that are orders of magnitude larger than their larval forms. In fact, it may not be so preposterous to posit that the hippocampus you encountered was merely the larval form of a much more massive and dare I say horrific entity. Now, don't look at me like some sort of mad magus. Breakthroughs have been precipitated by even wilder theories than that. As the professor always says, we mustn't let logic stand in the way of brilliance. Until proven one way or the other, every hypothesis is a valid one. There is nothing quite like the ambrosia of inspiration. Your ideas are intriguing to me. Let's make it even better. So long as I make a note in the margins of my records indicating that a theory is yet unproven, we can let our imaginations run wild. Yes, I said R. You needn't be a researcher to have an idea that will leave its mark for generations. Yep. Pandæmonium Asphodelos. Savage, now accessible. Oh joy. Alright, let me trade in this gear. Wait, I only have one? Huh? Huh? How did I get a weapon? Huh? Huh? Apparently I got a weapon instead of a helmet. That's weird. But okay. Okay. I'll be back.